Hello guys, welcome to another test ride. This is the brand new Ducati Scrambler 62. I don't have this bike for long, so let's get on it and give it a spin. Alright, we're away. There has been a lot of stuff written about this bike over the last few months. It's getting a lot of press, and most of it's been really good. So quick backstory, the Scrambler has been a massive success for Ducati. The first 4 models that they brought out last year, I read somewhere they're Ducati's top selling bike, and they're in the top 10 selling bikes worldwide last year. So it's fair to say they're selling like hotcakes. And apparently the plan all along was to also introduce this one, the Learner Legal 62. I'm literally riding a brand new 62. I feel pretty lucky. But what I want to work out today is who's this bike aimed at? Is it more of a fashion accessory, or is it actually a good bike that learners should consider? First time tipping it in. Feels good. Oh yeah, feels nice. Alright, so it's got a good little pickup there, very nice. So just quickly, some headline numbers about this bike. It's a 399cc L-twin. Apparently it makes about 41 horsepower, something around there. So a decent amount. A lot of the bits are the same as the 800cc Scramblers, but they have cut a few corners to save a few dollars. So when we stop and have a bit of a look at it, I'll point out what a couple of those are. Yeah, nice. Okay, so the acceleration I would describe as torquey but not explosive, yeah? It's enough to get you up and moving, but it's not gonna like push you off the back of the seat or anything. So nice little amount for learner riders. Brakes feel nice, good initial bite from the lever. I've got nothing behind me, so let's try a little brake test, shall we? Yeah, really good. While we're stopped here, this might be a good spot to have a quick look at the bike and have a bit of a look around it. So I was just mentioning before, they've saved a few dollars over the bigger Scrambler. So the first spot you'll notice that is on these brakes. So on the 800cc Scramblers, you've basically got half a Panigale braking system. You've got a 4-piston radially mounted caliper. On this you've got a 2-piston setup. But like I was just saying before, the brakes are still pretty decent. You can see here on the exhaust side, on the 800cc ones, you've got the nice big show-off pipe that comes around here. The exhaust system's a little more compact on this one. Still sounds alright though. Listen to this. Not bad. So there's some cool little elements to the styling. I don't know if you can see it from here, but you've got a LED daytime running light, which is pretty cool. I like the way it looks. It's very simplistic, very minimalist design. This little instrument bezel is pretty cool too. You've just got the key information in the middle and then like all the little auxiliary stuff around the outside. Nice and minimalist, but still looks pretty cool. And I love where these bars sit. It's like the most comfortable riding position. It's perfect like around town, and just feels almost like a cruiser in the seating position. Anyway, let's keep riding it. It's got a really nice lightweight feel to it when you flick it side to side. I mean, they've pitched this as a bit of a city bike, and yeah, I reckon they're on the money. It's going to be super easy to maneuver around in traffic, but it's got enough go that it feels like it's still going to be fun out on the open road. Nice little red lights on the dash there when you hit the red line, that's cool. I'm really digging this bike. So like I was saying before, the whole idea of this bike is to make it nice and easy for new riders to get into. Because what Ducati are pinning their hopes on is that people will buy this bike and then they'll come back later for the bigger cousins. And this is a pretty cool introduction to motorbiking. I've just thought of the perfect way to describe this bike. You know, when you see sport bike riders, they always look really serious. And fair enough, because super sports are serious, right? They require concentration and skill to ride properly. This bike is not a serious bike. This bike is fun. This bike just feels like the kind of bike you just pick up, get on, go down the shops, take it for a cruise on the weekend, and it's not going to stress you out. It's a chill out bike. If a sports bike has a serious personality, this bike has a fun personality. Assess those brakes again. Little bit of brake dive from the fork, but pretty firm. Take off from the lights. Okay, so we've covered the A, B, C, acceleration, braking, cornering, but this bike does have one problem. The elephant in the room, for me, is the price of this thing, man. So in Australia, these things are going to be about 12 to 13 grand out the door. That's a lot of money, man. So for comparison, the KTM 390 I rode recently, they go for about 7,000 in Australia. And back to back, I can say pretty confidently the KTM 390 has more performance than this thing. It's definitely faster. And another example, if you went the Triumph Street Triple 660 for the same money, you're getting more performance as well. So I guess what it boils down to is how much does the whole Ducati aspect of it matter to you? Because the bike feels really nice, like it feels well built. Alright, good opportunity to give it a bit of a squirt here. So there you go, that gives you a feel for what the roll-on acceleration's like. So sorry, back to what I was saying before. Yeah, I guess it depends how much you really value that Ducati cachet, because like I was saying, you can get yourself a bike with similar or more performance. For example, KTM 390, Triumph Street Triple 660, learner legal bikes with more performance, and the KTM in particular is way cheaper than this thing. But don't get me wrong, this thing feels really nice. It's got a great finish on it. It's got a unique sound to it. Anywhere between like 4 and 8 grand, I reckon. It's got really good torque. This is a killer bike. It's just whether you can wear that cost, I guess. All right, verdict time. What do I think of this thing? Yep, great bit of kit. It accelerates well, it brakes well, it feels nimble in city traffic. So big ticks there. Everything feels good quality. The gear shift action is really nice, the lever's nice, the rear brake feels good. So all in all, I would give it a tick for build quality as well. Definitely not just a fashion accessory. That's what I've learned from this test ride. If I saw someone out riding one of these, I'd be like, yeah man, good choice. It's a cool bike. But, and the big but, are you willing to pay for that? Because you're going to pay for this thing. And I think that's the deal breaker for me, is I don't think it's worth 50% or more than a KTM 390. I'd take one of them. Alrighty guys, that's it for the test ride. I gotta go give this back. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer it. Cheers.